Hey, what's going on? This is Junior the Third with ENC Moments, and this is the five-piece, 5 minutes of information across the area. And there was quite a bit to talk about from last night. I'll go ahead and start off with Kinston and South Sonora. Kinston has never lost to South Sonora in basketball, and that trend continued last night as Kinston defeated South Sonora 58-40 in deep run. It was a pretty quiet game offensively for Kinston. Dontre Styles led the team with 14 points, along with 4 assists, I believe 3 rebounds and 2 steals. Jeremy Dixon with 13, but 11 Vikings scored in this contest. For South Sonora, Giovanni Williams had 18 to lead all scorers. Kinston jumped out to a 13-2 lead to start the game. South Sonora was able to kind of close the gap a little bit to 43-33 in the fourth quarter, but ultimately Kinston went on another big run, 13-2, and that pretty much sealed it for them. Now, as we head to a couple of other games, Randall Parrott in girls basketball, they had their 11-game winning streak snapped to St. David's. They just could not get any offense going. They went 9 for 39 from the field. Talking to Coach Kelly Johnson, he said, "We had our shots, we had our opportunities, but we just couldn't knock them down." As the Patriots fell to St. David's 33-19. Of course, the defense is great, but the offense, this was their worst offensive output of the season. So it was just a rough game for Randall Parrott. And then for the boys, a very wild game. 14 lead changes in this contest, 5 ties. 10 of those lead changes occurred in the fourth quarter alone. Unfortunately for the Patriots, they lost 58-56. But Amir Moore and Nick Harrison both had great games offensively. They each had 18 points. Cole Evans had 8 points, all in the first half. For St. David's, Meet Good had 15, Galen Chisley had 12, and BJ Seaworth came off the bench for 10. So, also Bethel Christian, they won in boys basketball, absolutely throttled on Faith Christian in Goldsboro, 74-35, in a game that initially was going to be played in Kinston. Instead, it wound up being played in Goldsboro, but the Trojans were able to improve their record to 8-9 on the season. No word on the girls' game. I doubt that they played. North North girls didn't play last night, but the boys did. And they played Washington, and they fell 87-56. So the Pan Pack, they got a big win for themselves. So tonight's slate of games, you've got Kinston at Green Central, which should be a very interesting one. Of course, there is no girls basketball team for the Rams, so it's going to be strictly on boys basketball. And then you have Washington at Ayden-Grifton, a matchup of, if you can believe it, the top 2 teams in the Eastern Carolina 2A. Ayden-Grifton still undefeated on the season. They're 4-0, overall 4-0 in conference play. So this is definitely a game that they can prove their legitimacy. I more than likely won't be at either of these games, and the reason being, we have an amazing public-private school clash that will occur tonight, as Farmville Central is hosting Trinity Christian of Raleigh. Trinity, a top 10 team in the NCAA SAA, and Farmville Central, they are a favorite to win their 3rd straight state title. So it's going to be a very interesting contest. For any and all information, please go to encmoments.com, the #1 source for sports here in Kinston and surrounding areas. I'm trying to do whatever I can to make sure that the information gets out to the masses. Also, take a look at the soccer schedule, because there are a few games that are scheduled for today. South Sonora at Ayden-Grifton, Kinston at Green Central, and North Sonora at West Craven. So it's going to be a very busy day. Usually Wednesdays aren't as packed, but this one is an exception to the rule. And then Thursday and Friday, just kind of looking at the schedule and everything. Thursday, relatively light. Randall Parrott will try to get some revenge as they play Cary Christian. And Friday, the big games, South Sonora at Green Central, North Sonora at Spring Creek, Kinston at West Craven, Ayden-Grifton at Washington, Mount Calvary Christian at Jacksonville Christian, Grace Christian at Randall Parrott. And actually, Kinston versus West Craven, that will be played on Saturday. So, yes, there will be a 3-game slate on Saturday. JV at 11, girls basketball 12:30, boys basketball 2. So, that's the slate. That's the 5-piece. Hope you enjoy yourselves and have a great rest of the day.